Reinventing yourself after failure. There's a moment after failure that no one really talks about. Not the fall itself, but the silence that follows. The inbox stops buzzing. The applause disappears. The version of you that almost made it goes quiet. And suddenly, you're left alone with a question that echoes louder than the failure ever did. Who am I now? Failure doesn't just break plans. It breaks identity. You weren't just chasing a goal. You were becoming someone through it. And when it collapses, it can feel like you collapse too. But here's the truth. Most people miss. Failure isn't the end of your story. It's the moment the mask falls off. Before failure, you were performing. After failure, you're revealed. Reinvention doesn't start with confidence. It starts with wreckage. It starts when you stop trying to prove you're okay and admit you're not. When you stop defending the old version of yourself. When you let the disappointment speak instead of silencing it, because failure shows you something success never does. What was built on approval. What was driven by fear. What was never really yours to begin with. Some dreams don't die because you weren't good enough. They die because they were borrowed. Borrowed from expectations. From comparison. From a version of success you never questioned. Failure strips those illusions away. And yes, it hurts. It bruises your pride. It messes with your timing. It forces you to sit with uncertainty longer than you wanted to. But it also gives you something rare. Permission to rebuild honestly. Reinvention is not a glow-up montage. It's a quiet dismantling. It's asking yourself uncomfortable questions in empty rooms. It's rewriting beliefs you once swore were permanent. It's choosing integrity over image again and again. You don't reinvent yourself by becoming louder. You reinvent yourself by becoming truer. Failure teaches you humility. But more importantly, it teaches discernment. You start to notice what drains you, what energizes you, what matters when there's no audience watching. And slowly, almost, a new version of you begins to form. Not sharper, not perfect, but rooted. This version doesn't need to rush, doesn't need to impress, doesn't need to prove worth through outcomes. This version understands something powerful. You are not your worst moment. You are what you build after it. Reinvention isn't erasing the past. It's integrating it. The failure becomes a teacher, not a tattoo. A reference point, not a definition. And one day, you'll look back and realize the collapse didn't destroy you. It redirected you toward work that aligns, toward relationships that don't require pretending, toward a life that feels less impressive but more real. Failure didn't end you. It ended the version of you that couldn't survive honesty. And what comes next isn't a comeback. It's a return.